Tippy time, my damies, Top Cat here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're inside the Crucible on our Arc Titans with 3 goals in mind. Get into fist fights. I find it helps if you name your fist. I named my right one Attention so my girlfriend stops asking for it. Ape like I just escaped from the zoo. And eat crayons like they're food so I can fuel up, shit rainbows all over the walls, but I saved the red ones so I can draw blood. Because I'm the Juggernaught, bitch! Sorry about that, I'm going to dial back on these crowns. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs, and let's get into the video. We're of course using the Juggernaught Arc aspect. With full class ability energy, and after sprinting for a short time, you gain a frontal shield that will block incoming damage. It's going to tank about 50 HP. Once this is depleted, so is your class ability. If you are amplified, it will tank a little bit more. I believe it's 80. To get amped up, I just eat a box of crowns, then just run in there, punch things, grenade things, shotgun things, super things, punch some more, and keep punching. The more I punch things, it'll give me increased speed, because we guts to go fast, and it's also going to give me that increased weapon handling. Very good when I got a shotgun in my hand. But what the shield really does is allow you to close that gap so you can get in there nice and healthy. You don't get sprayed in the face as much. Nobody wants to be sprayed in the face. Well, some people do, but I'm not here to kink shame. Each to your own. Now our predominant melee strike is going to come from our seismic strike, aka shoulder charge. After sprinting for a short time, activate your melee to slam shoulder first into your target, damaging them and also blinding enemies around them. If you're amped up, this blind is going to be a little bit greater. So this melee isn't just lethal, it's also tactical. I love using this to zip zoom around the map, past high traffic areas where there's a lot of bullets zooming past you, and past targets, often to confuse them so you can sneak in a sneaky punch or shotgun or something like that. But by itself, this melee won't one-hit kill a guardian. That's where our exotic of choice, the Peregrine greaves, come in. The armor perk, Peregrine Strike, will give you increased shoulder charge damage whilst airborne. So when you approach your target, you're just going to pop into the air a little bit, and 2 giant sizes are going to pop out of your shins like Wolverine. So this is truly going to mess up that guardian. It also provides a small benefit to airborne effectiveness stat of all your weapons, which I have to say really helps your shotgun aping. This melee is epic. It's pretty much making their guardian call up their ghost, speed dial, go, can I have another life please? And it just feels so safe and easy because you got that shield up in front of your face and you're full tits at them and just chucking these in faces. And the real part of the gravy train is this thing messes supers up. Doesn't matter what it is, it'll take it down in a heartbeat, love it to pieces, shut down source. Now we can't chuck these in everyone's faces unfortunately, but an ape's got an ape, so pick up your favourite boomstick. This season mine is the sudden death. This can be acquired from the prophecy dungeon, and what makes this so saucy is that it can roll with surplus, so I get increased handling, stability and reload for every ability that I have. But most importantly, it can roll with elemental capacitor. And being that we are on our arc subclass, this gives us a massive boost to handling, plus 50, making these quick swap plays extremely easy. Now being that we are up in people's faces, I like to run Spark of Feedback. When you take melee damage, it briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. But the knockout aspect is where it's all at. When you critically wound a target or break their shields, your melee gets infused with a powerful arc energy. This increases both your range and your damage for 5 seconds. Now this procs on straight up kills as well, so it's not just injuries, straight up kills, you're still going to get that 5-second bonus. Which this allows you to follow up your shoulder charge with a mighty one-hit punch. Also, if we defeat a target with our melee, that starts a near instant health regeneration. And this will amplify so it can quickly zip all the way over to the next target. Now when it comes to your grenade of choice, you can really use whatever you like. I prefer to use the skip grenade. That way I can just chuck this and it kind of gets them off balance and makes them backpedal a little bit, and that way you can just charge in there with that shoulder charge, smack them in the face. It'll quite often pop them into the air, making them a nice easy target. I do run thruster as my class ability. I generally aren't using it because I want the shield for my jug shield, but it does come in handy sometimes when you need to get out of danger fast. Now for our last 2 fragments, we're going to be using Spark of Focus. After sprinting for a short time, your class ability regeneration is greatly increased. And Spark of Recharge, whilst critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. This is great just for the run and gun mentality of this build. You're always getting your abilities back. We're going to be running 100 resilience anyway, so not only are we tanky, we're also getting that shield back stupidly quick. So you're always going to have that jug shield up protecting you when you're diving in there nice and deep. And because we're diving in there, getting that melee charge off with the shoulder charge, you know, you do take a little bit of damage getting in that tight, but you're going to get it back because you're critically wounded. Then you get your health back because of the knockout, and then so it's just a perpetual loop of health, ability, health, ability, health, ability. Now naturally we are using the T-Crash as our super of choice. Not only does it have a lot better cooldown, I think it's just practically a lot better. It's a greater shutdown super, and really we're not really using a chain super because we just got knees that can just shut things down anyway. So yeah, go the T-Crash all day. Now in terms of where we want our stats on our armor, of course we want 100 resilience. We are a Titan. I do have a bit of discipline as I like the grenades, but mainly strength as well. We want that high uptime on our strength. Primary weapon, use whatever you want. My favorite primary is still the last word. I can't put this thing down. It just feels ingrained in the way I like to play Crucible. It's got some pretty mad stopping power, and you know, we are up in people's faces with our knees and our shotgun, so having something that can just burst down people really does come in handy, and I think works quite well with the mentality of a shotgun ape. It's much the same dealio when it comes to the heavy. I've been using the Typhoon. I run Demolition and Wellspring on mine just so I can get those abilities a little bit faster, but really it doesn't really matter what you use. It all comes down to personal playstyle, but I just find this works with the way I like to do it. So yeah, dealer's choice at the end of the day. For my armor mods, on my helmet I've been running Radiant Light. This is primarily to get that plus 20 boost to my strength, and a shotgun targeting mod. ×2 melee kickstart. Now this only comes into fruition for the first melee kickstart, the other one it won't count for. Powerful friends, plus 20 mobility, give me a little more sprint speed, and unflinching shotgun just helps that bullet spray when I'm up in their grill. We're using quick charge to give us charge with light with rapid shotgun kills, but primarily greatly increases our ready speed on our shotguns as well. I'm using double kickstart here for our utility, just in case we do have to do a little thruster dodge, and high energy fire just for that little bit of weapon boost whenever we're getting our rapid kills with our shotgun. This Jug Titan is so much fun. I really hope you give this build a go. It is so good in sixes, I cannot put it down. Anyway, my damies, that is the build for our Juggernaut crown eating ape of a Titan. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, it goes a long way. If you've got any questions or suggestions, feel free to chuck it in the comments down below. But until next time, tippy tie my damies, what a tie. Bottom of everything, he's the most tip top.